Christmas carols and the Festival of Nine Lessons and Carols remain one of the most enduring traditions of the Christmas season, combining scripture, music, and reflection to tell the story of hope at the heart of the Christian faith. Beyond the pageantry and familiar melodies, the service carries lessons that continue to resonate in an increasingly divided and uncertain world. The Festival of Nine Lessons and Carols, which originated in England in the late 19th century and gained global recognition through the annual service at King's College, Cambridge, is carefully structured to trace the biblical narrative of humanity. The readings begin with the story of the fall, acknowledging human frailty and the consequences of disobedience before moving through the promises of redemption and culminating in the birth of Jesus Christ.
Now in the 6th month, the angel Gabriel was sent by God to a city of Galilee named Nazareth, to a virgin betrothed to a man whose name was Joseph of the house of David. The virgin's name was Mary. And having come in, the angel said to her, "Rejoice, highly favored one, the Lord is with you. Blessed are you among women."
Sing lying on a bed of straw, across his table with a open door. Mary cried in her bed she bore, the Prince of Glory is his name. Oh, carry me.
And they were in the same country, shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch.
Morning and welcome to News Around the Globe on Aneke TV, your trusted window to the major developments across Nigeria and the global community. I'm Deborah Wakaba, glad to have you join us. And now to the headlines. Nigerian Air Force airstrikes neutralize terrorists in Borno State. Police begin nationwide enforcement of tinted glass permit regulations. Federal government to establish National Artificial Intelligence Center of Excellence at University of Jos. Defense Minister advocates joint security strategy to tackle insecurity. And on the foreign scene, M23 rebels claim capture of hundreds of Burundian soldiers in eastern DR Congo. United States designates fentanyl as a weapon of mass destruction. And on business, House of Representatives steps in to resolve Dangote NMDPRA4 dispute. State revenue allocation drops by 7.9% in November. And in entertainment, FRSC to prosecute TikToker over alleged reckless driving. And now the details of the news. The Nigerian Air Force, NAF, says it has killed several terrorists and destroyed their vehicles during airstrikes on Daba Masara, a known terrorist enclave in the southern Tumbans area of Borno State. The operation followed credible intelligence on the presence of a terrorist logistics hub in the area. NAF spokesperson Air Commodore Ehimen Ejodame said the strikes were carried out on December 14th after coordinated intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance missions confirmed sustained movement of armed elements and the existence of a terrorist workshop. He added that ISR missions also detected a large concentration of vehicles concealed under vegetation, further confirming the location as an active terrorist logistic base. The Nigerian Air Force has dismissed reports alleging that its C-130 aircraft currently in Burkina Faso was forced to land on suspicion of espionage. The NAF described the claims circulating on social media as false and misleading. In a statement, Air Commodore Ehimen clarified that the aircraft was on a routine ferry flight and that reports suggesting the crew were intelligence officers trained in espionage were untrue. He also stated that the NAF did not announce the release of the 11 crew members by Burkina authorities, stressing that no clandestine intelligence operation was involved. Operatives of the Borno State Police Command have defused an unexploded ordnance discovered under a network mast in the Jackson area of Maiduguri. The operation followed a report received by the ITE Police Division. Police Public Relations Officer Mr. Nahum Daso said the EOD CBRN-based 13 team successfully recovered the device, averting a potential explosion that threatened to public safety. Meanwhile, the Commissioner of Police in the state, Mr. Naziru Abdul Majid, has commended the operators for the prompt response and urged residents to report suspicious objects to security agencies. The Minister of Defense, retired General Christopher Musa, says Nigeria's security challenges require a unified, multi-agency approach, noting that no single service can address terrorism, insurgency, and banditry alone. Speaking at the Chief of Army Staff Annual Conference 2025 in Lagos, Musa said the operational capacity of criminal groups have been degraded through the courage of troops and improved coordination. He stressed the need for sustained joint operations, intelligence sharing, and collaboration, adding that security remains a core pillar of President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda. The Nigerian Police Force has announced the resumption of enforcement of the tinted glasses permit policy nationwide, pending the final determination of the matter before the courts. The police said no court order restrains it from enforcing the law, adding that the decision was taken in response to emerging security concerns. In a statement, Force Public Relations Officer CSP Benjamin Hudain urged motorists to comply with the law in the interest of public safety. The federal government plans to establish a National Artificial Intelligence Center of Excellence at the University of Jos to drive digital transformation. The Minister of Communications, Innovations and Digital Economy, Bosun Tijani, disclosed this after delivering a convocation lecture at the university. The proposed center will serve as a hub for AI research, skills development and innovation, linking academia, industry and government priorities. The initiative aligns with Nigeria's National Artificial Intelligence Strategy launched in April 2025, aimed at boosting productivity and economic growth through technology. The Minister of Interior, Mr. Olubunmi Tunji Ojo, says Nigeria's borders are now better protected due to President Bola Tinubu's commitment to national security. He spoke at the Tampan Professional and Empowerment Summit in Lagos. Represented by Dayo Abude, the minister highlighted achievements including prison reforms, strengthened border security, and the clearance of about 200,000 passport backlogs. He also noted the installation of e-gates at major airports to improve efficiency and reduce harassment, describing technology-driven services delivery as the way forward. Former Attorney General of the Federation, Mr. Abubakar Malami, has demanded the EFCC chairman rescue himself from an ongoing investigation involving him, citing alleged bias and political persecution. In a statement, Malami accused the EFCC of illegal detention, media harassment, and procedural abuse, claiming the probe is driven by personal animosity. He called on the Attorney General of the Federation to intervene and transfer the case to another agency, insisting that only a court can determine the matter. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has rejected the claims that it is being used to target opposition figures, insisting that its actions are guided strictly by law. The Commission said it investigates and prosecutes suspects regardless. of political affiliation, noting that members of both ruling and opposition parties have faced investigation. EFCC warned that attempts to intimidate the agency undermine democracy and urged Nigerians to support the fight against corruption. The Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Kudirat Kekere Ekun, has cautioned judges against granting conflicting decisions and abusing ex parte orders ahead of the 2027 general elections. She spoke at the opening of the 2025-2026 legal year of the Federal High Court in Abuja, urging judges to discourage forum shopping and delays. The CJN said the National Judicial Council will strengthen oversight to ensure efficiency, discipline and integrity in the judiciary. The Joint Revenue Board has imposed a nationwide ban on the collection of road taxes and levies through physical checkpoints and the use of road stickers. The board said the move is aimed at sanitizing Nigeria's tax system, reducing harassment and eliminating multiple taxation. It added that revenue collection for road-related charges should now be conducted through centralized and transparent electronic means. Governor Peter Mbah of Enugu State has sworn in 13 newly appointed permanent secretaries, directing them to immediately align with his administration's delivery-focused governance model. The governor said the appointments were merit-based and warned that there would be no honeymoon period, stressing accountability and performance. He charged them to support ongoing reforms, improve ICT competence across MDAs, and uphold transparency and professionalism in public service. And news across the globe is coming to you live from Aneke TV. Remember, you can stay connected with us on our social media platforms across Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, X, all at Aneke TV. Now a quick recap of the major stories making the news. Nigerian Air Force strikes neutralized terrorists in Borno State. Police commence enforcement of tinted glass permit regulations nationwide. Federal government to establish a National Artificial Intelligence Center of Excellence at the University of Jos. Defense Minister calls for a joint national strategy to defeat insecurity. And coming up shortly, M23 rebels claim to capture of hundreds of Burundian soldiers amid renewed fighting in eastern DR Congo. United States designates fentanyl as a weapon of mass destruction. And on business, House of Representatives intervenes to resolve the Dangote NMDPRA fuel crisis. States feel the pinch as November revenue allocation drops by 7.9%. And in entertainment, Federal Road Safety call to prosecute a TikToker over alleged reckless driving. Stay with us for details on this and more after the break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. The Rwanda-backed M23 rebel group has claimed it captured hundreds of Burundian soldiers during its latest offensive in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo for the escalating regional tensions. The claim follows the seizure of the strategic border town of Uvira in South Kivu province. M23's appointed governor in South Kivu, Patrick Busu-Bwangwi, said the detained Burundian troops would be released if Burundi submits a formal request, while insisting all Burundian forces must withdraw from Congolese territory. The development comes days after Congolese and Rwandan leaders met with U.S. President Donald Trump to reaffirm the Washington Accords peace deals. The United States has condemned the offensive, with Secretary of State Marco Rubio warning that Rwanda's action violate the peace agreement. Rwanda denies backing M23 despite a recent UN report alleging Kigali exercises command and control over the group. M23 has also threatened to expand its operations southwards, raising fears of a prolonged regional conflict in mineral-rich eastern Congo. Ghana has announced a total ban on all mining activities within its forest reserves, marking a major shift in environmental policy. The decision follows the repeal of a 2022 regulation that permitted controlled mining in protected forest areas. The government says the move is aimed at protecting water bodies, halting deforestation, and addressing the widespread environmental damage caused by illegal small-scale mining, known locally as galamsey. Authorities say the practice has spread across most parts of the country, polluting rivers and destroying cocoa farms. Environmental groups have welcomed the ban, describing it as a restoration of vital protection for Ghana's forests. The government says it will now focus on implementing national forest program to tackle other threats such as illegal logging and agricultural encroachment. At least 37 people have died following flash floods triggered by heavy rainfall in Morocco's Atlantic coastal province of Safi. Authorities say dozens of others were injured, with several receiving intensive medical care. The torrential rains caused severe flooding in the old town of Safi, submerging homes and shops, sweeping away vehicles and cutting off major roads. Emergency responders carried out rescue operations as flood waters inundated residential areas. Schools were closed as residents began cleanup efforts. The flooding comes after years of drought in Morocco, which has significantly reduced water levels in the country's major reservoirs. The head of Britain's Foreign Intelligence Agency, M16, Blaise Matuidi, has warned that Russia poses an aggressive and expansionist threat to Europe and NATO. Delivering her first public speech, she accused President Vladimir Putin of prolonging the war in Ukraine, while undermining Russia is employing tactics below the threshold of open warfare, including cyber attacks, sabotage, and disinformation. She reaffirmed Britain's continued support for Ukraine and pledged sustained pressure on Moscow. The M16 chief also highlighted emerging security risks linked to artificial intelligence, biotechnology, and quantum computing, stressing that intelligence agencies I'll be right back after the break. Welcome back. The U.S. President Donald Trump has signed an executive order declaring the synthetic opioid fentanyl a weapon of mass destruction. The move elevates the fight against fentanyl from a public health issue to national security priority. The designation allows the U.S. military and intelligence agencies to deploy counter-proliferation tools against drug trafficking networks. President Trump described illicit fentanyl as comparable to a chemical weapon due to its deadly impact. The decision follows the classification of drug cartels as terrorist organizations, while the administration says the measures are necessary. Legal experts have raised concerns about the scope and legality of recent military actions. Now moving over to business news. The House of Representatives Joint Committee on Petroleum Resources has intervened in the dispute between the Dangote Petroleum Refinery and the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority. Lawmakers say the disagreement poses a risk to stability in the downstream petroleum sector. The dispute centers on issues such as fuel import licenses, crude oil supply, and pricing transparency. Dangote Refinery has raised concerns over regulatory practices, while the regulator insists its actions align with the existing laws. The committee has summoned Aliko Dangote and NMDPRA officials to appear before it. urging both sides to hold public exchanges while efforts are made to resolve the matter in line with the Petroleum Industry Act. Abia State is set to launch Nigeria's first state-owned electric bus transport scheme under its transport transformation project. The initial phase includes 20 electric buses, with more expected early next year. The state government says the buses are environmentally friendly and equipped with modern safety and accessibility features. Governor Alex Oti has also signed the startup bill into law to promote innovation, while security agencies have been placed on alert to ensure public safety during the festive season. The Federation Account Allocation Committee has shared 1,928 trillion naira among the three tiers of government for the month of November. The total revenue available stood at 2.343 trillion naira. The federal government received 747.159 billion naira. States got 600.73 billion naira. The Ministry of Finance says deductions were made. And now moving over to entertainment news. The Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC, has announced plans to prosecute popular TikTok streamer Habib Hamzat, also known as Pella, over a road crash linked to distracted driving. The FRSC says a viral video showed the influencer live streaming while driving, an action believed to have contributed to the crash. The Corps Marshal warned that such behavior endangers lives. The agency stressed that distracted driving violates traffic regulations, adding that social media influence does not place anyone above the law. Still on entertainment, laughter and the excitement of the festive season took center stage in Enugu as broadcast outfits. Aneke Television hosted its inaugural children's Christmas party. The colorful event brought together children, parents and guests in a celebration marked by fun, performances and the spirit of giving, aimed at promoting unity and community development among the young ones. Still on entertainment, the son of Hollywood filmmaker Rob Reiner has been arrested and charged with the murder of his parents in Los Angeles. Police say Nick Reiner has been booked for murder and is being held on a $4 million bond. Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle were found dead in their home, with authorities confirming they died from stab wounds. Investigations into the incident are ongoing. Tributes have poured in for the veteran actor and director, celebrated for his contributions to film and television, as well as his public advocacy work. And finally, before we go on news around the globe, a recap of our top stories. Nigerian Air Force airstrikes have neutralized terrorists in parts of Borno State as the police commenced nationwide enforcement of tinted glass permit regulations. The federal government announced plans to establish a National Artificial Intelligence Center of Excellence at the University of Jos, while the defense minister called for a joint and coordinated strategy to address Nigeria's security challenges. And on the foreign scene, M23 rebels claimed the capture of hundreds of Burundi soldiers and renewed fighting in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo as the United States designated fentanyl a weapon of mass destruction. And in business, the House of Representatives intervened to resolve the Dangote Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority fuel disputes, while states recorded a 7.9% drop in revenue allocation for November. And in entertainment and human interest, the Federal Road Safety Corps said it will prosecute a TikToker over alleged reckless driving. Still on entertainment, the maiden Christmas party on Aneke TV took place in the 14th of December 2025. And now let's take a look at the video.
Laughter, music, and festive cheer filled the venue as Aneke TV hosted its maiden Christmas party. Children, parents, invited guests thronged the arena, bringing life and color to the celebration of the season. The event captured the essential of Christmas: joy, unity, and the spirit of giving. The program opened with a prayer by Mr. Eze Gogo, followed by a welcome address from Ngozi Otahumele.
In the name of Jesus Christ, Father in heaven, we thank you at this hour for making it possible for us to gather here at this moment. We want to commit this event, Children's Christmas Day, being organized by Aneke TV. Father, we want to commit it into your hand and ask you, oh Lord, to be the chairman of this event, that at the end of the whole exercise, your name and their name alone will be glorified in the name of Jesus.
Amen. Aneke TV Children End of the Year Party on this occasion of Aneke Children End of the Year Party 2025. The CEO Aneke TV Limited, Chief Dr. Pascal Aneke, the management and staff of the TV Limited, the woman leader of our great party, Dr. Obi Aji. I want to sincerely thank you for being here with the women. And all our guests that are here, I want to sincerely thank you, all of you, for honoring this invitation. Thank you all. May God bless all of you.
Sam Oko performed the breaking of the kola nuts, a symbol of peace, unity, and goodwill.
Anyị na-asị Chineke nyebe gọziere anyị ọjị a, gọzie anyị na Afọ, gọzie anyị na Nkwọ, gọzie anyị na Eke, gọzie anyị na Orie. Ya gọzikwa Aneke TV bụ onye chịkọtara ihe a niile a na-eme. Anyị si ka otuto dịrị afa Jesus Christ.
The head of presentation, Mr. Uche Osai, introduced Aneke TV to the guests, outlining the station's vision, mission, and commitment to the children and community development.
Aneke TV stands as a testament to the vision and commitment of its founder, CEO, Chief Dr. Aneke Pascal Oneka, a distinguished figure. Chief Dr. Oneka is recognized not merely as an outstanding businessman, but as a dedicated humanitarian and a profound cultural ambassador of Igbo land. His leadership infuses Aneke with a deep commitment to preserve social responsibility and the preservation of rich cultural heritage. Our core directives, Aneke TV operates on a foundation of clear and ambitious goals, ensuring our relevance and impact across all demographics. Our vision statement is to be a broadcast station of choice with quality content and visibility. And our mission statement is to mold the opinion of a dispersed populace, foster national unity, and promote cultural exchange.
At the event, the mother of the day and women leader of the APC Caretaker Committee in Enugu State, Dr. Ngozi Aji, urged support for initiatives that nurture children and promote their growth.
I really appreciate the CEO of Aneke TV. What you have done today, bringing all the children together, this is a wonderful party. We thank you for what you have done. And what I have to leave for you is the unction to function very well in our state, in our region, in Nigeria, globally. By this time next year, Aneke TV will move higher and higher in the name of Jesus. The people that are seated here today are the future of Enugu State, future of Nigeria, our future globally.
The children thrilled the audience with their performance, while the cutting of the Christmas cake marked as a high point of the celebration.
I want to cut the cake after this time of success. S-U-C-C-E-S and S. A round of applause. A round of applause there.
Activities including dance chair, cultural dance, pantomime, fill the can kept the excitement alive. Outstanding performance received gifts to encourage confidence and creativity.
Yes.
Side attraction including the distributions of Indomie noodles and treats from the Kellogg's group added even more fun for the children. The maiden edition of Aneke TV's Children's Christmas Party ended on a joyful note, celebrating the true spirit of Christmas while promoting love, unity, and community development. I am Chinaza, Aneke TV.
And that's news across the globe on Aneke TV. For more news and live updates, follow us across all social media platforms: Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, all at Aneke TV. I am Deborah Wakba. Thank you for watching.
A sị na ekwe kụọ ama agba, ekwe ụmụ nwaanyị akụọla o. Ọkwa na nzukọ ụmụ nwaanyị oge anyị ji akpa maka ọdịmma anyị karịkwa maka ọdịmma ezinụlọ. Nzukọ ụmụ nwaanyị bụ ebe anyị na-akpa maka arụike anyị, ndọrọ ndọrọ ọchịchị, azụmahịa, omenala ndị ahụ dị mma nakwa ihe ndị ahụ ga-eweta ọganihu n'obodo. Naanị ihe ị ga-eme bụ sonyela anyị na nzukọ ụmụ nwaanyị ebe ahụ a na-akarị ihe na-eweta ọganihu n'obodo. Ndị nne, ndị nna, oge a bụkwa nke anyị. Sonyela anyị na Aneke TV n'ebe a na-emetụ aka n'ihe ndị oyibo na-akpọ social media na TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram. Ọkwa na Aneke TV ka ihe ndị a niile na-eme. Aneke TV, anyị apụọnụ.
Anambra State, located in southeastern Nigeria, is one of the nation's most dynamic and enterprising regions. Created in 1976, it takes its name from the Anambra River, a tributary of the Niger. Its land is steeped in history, from the ancient Nri Kingdom, the cradle of Igbo civilization and spiritual authority, to the bustling commercial rise of Onitsha, one of West Africa's busiest trading cities. Every inch of its soil seems to breathe heritage, resilience, and the quiet power of innovation that defines the Igbo spirit. Anambra's people are known for their industrious drive, intellectual prowess, and unyielding creativity. Across Nigeria and beyond, they stand tall as business leaders, scholars, inventors, and professionals whose influence reaches every corner of society. From the sprawling market of Onitsha to the humming industrial machines in Nnewi, fondly called the Japan of Africa, the state exemplifies the fusion of tradition and modern enterprise. In Awka, the capital, new technology hubs and startups are springing up, harnessing the energy of a generation determined to build a future powered by knowledge and innovation. The state's endowments are immense. Anambra boasts fertile soils that yield abundant harvest of yam, rice, cassava, and vegetables, feeding not just its people but the wider region. Sources: crude oil, natural gas, kaolin, and limestone, waiting to be fully harnessed. With a well-educated populace and a vibrant entrepreneurial culture, the state's economy is driven by small and medium-scale industries that continue to expand Nigeria's manufacturing frontiers. Culturally, Anambra is the heartbeat of Igbo identity. Age-long traditions and legendary figures like Nnamdi Azikiwe, Chinua Achebe, and Dora Akunyili, whose contributions have left indelible marks on Nigeria and the world. Its towns and villages are known for strong community bonds and progressive values that inspire excellence in every field. Anambra's potential lies not only in its natural and human resources, but in the unbreakable spirit of its people, a people who see every challenge as a call to greatness. With expanding infrastructure, digital transformation, and a thriving creative scene, the state stands poised to lead Nigeria into a new era of prosperity. It is a land where heritage meets ambition, where history fuels innovation, and where the light of progress never dims.
Christmas carols and the festival of 9 lessons and carols remain one of the most enduring traditions of the Christmas season, combining scripture, music, and reflection to tell the story of hope at the heart of the Christian faith. Beyond the pageantry and familiar melodies, the service carries lessons that continue to resonate in an increasingly divided and uncertain world. The Festival of 9 Lessons and Carols, which originated in England in the late 19th century and gained global recognition through the annual service at King's College, Cambridge, is carefully structured to trace the biblical narrative of humanity. The readings begin with the story of the fall, acknowledging human frailty and the consequences of disobedience before moving through the promises of redemption and culminating in the birth of Jesus Christ.
Now in the 6th month, the angel Gabriel was sent by God to a city of Galilee named Nazareth, to a virgin betrothed to a man whose name was Joseph of the house of David. The virgin's name was Mary. And having come in, the angel said to her, "Rejoice, highly favored one. The Lord is with you. Blessed are you among women."
Sing lying on the bed of straw, a draught is stable with a open door. Mary cried in the bed she bore, the Prince of Glory is his name. O carry me, oh, now carry me to Bethlehem, to
were in the same country, shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night. And lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them, and the glory of the Lord shone round about them, and they were so afraid. 10. And the angel said unto them, Fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people.
Hallelujah, amen. Hallelujah, amen.
Christmas carols reinforce this message through music that is both participatory and reflective. Sung collectively by congregations and choirs, carols transform doctrine into lived experience. Their lyrics speak of joy, peace, humility, and goodwill, while their melodies evoke memory, belonging, and continuity across generations. In this way, carols bridge the sacred and the communal, drawing individuals into a shared moment of reflection. The significance of 9 lessons lies in their honesty. They do not deny the existence of pain, injustice, or suffering. Instead, they place these realities within a broader story of hope and restoration.
The angel of the Lord called to Abraham a second time out of heaven and said, By myself I have sworn, says the Lord, because you have done this thing. I have not withheld your son, your only son. Blessing I will bless you. And multiplying I will multiply your descendants as the stars of the heaven and as the sand which is on the seashore.
The people who walked in darkness have seen a great light. Those who dwelt in the land of the shadow of death, upon them a light has shined. You have multiplied the nation and increased its joy. They rejoice before you according to the joy of harvest, as men rejoice when they divide the spoil. For you have broken the yoke of his burden and the staff of his shoulder, the rod of his oppressor, as in the day of Midian.
The world today rejoices with a joy that never dies, and we join those holy voices praising Christ, our hope and pride.
Blessed God, the wonder story.
Christ is born in Bethlehem. Glory in the highest glory. His own goodwill to men.
The birth of Christ, as presented in the final readings, symbolizes renewal and the possibility of transformation even in the most difficult circumstances. This message remains relevant at a time when many societies are grappling with economic pressures, insecurity, and social tension. Beyond the religious setting, the service offers broader moral lessons, a cause for compassion in the face of hardship, generosity in times of want, and peace amid conflict. In contrast to the commercial excesses often associated with the festive season, the 9 lessons and Christmas carols invite quiet reflection, reminding audiences that the essence of Christmas is not consumption but conscience.
Joseph also went up from Galilee, out of the city of Nazareth, into Judea, unto the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, into Judea, unto the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and lineage of David, to be tasked with Mary, his supposed wife, being great with child. And so it was that while they were there, the days were accomplished that she should be delivered. And she brought forth her firstborn son, and wrapped him in a swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger, because there was no room.
On the second day of Christmas, my true love said to me, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the third day of Christmas, my true love said to me, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 4th day of Christmas, my true love said to me, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree.
As we gather to celebrate Christmas, we remind ourselves of God's incredible gift to humanity. He gave His Son, Jesus Christ, born in humility, to bring salvation to all people. God's love is for you and for me. He loves you deeply, knowing your struggles and your fears. He sent Jesus Christ to bring hope, peace, and redemption to a hopeless world that lacks peace and that was ready for destruction. Jesus is the hope that God has given to us as a gift. Born in a manger, Jesus came for all, offering eternal life to all who will embrace it.
For many families and communities, the tradition also serves as a moment of pause. It encourages listening rather than rushing, reflection rather than distraction, and unity rather than division. In a fast-paced world, this pause has become increasingly valuable. As Christmas draws near, the continued relevance of Christmas carols and the 9 lessons lies in the ability to recenter attention on enduring values: help, peace, humility, and shared humanity. Beyond attending services and singing familiar carols, individuals and communities are encouraged to carry the lessons of Christmas into daily life. Acts of kindness, reconciliation, and care for the vulnerable should not end with this season, but define the months that follow. In doing so, the true spirit of Christmas can extend far beyond December.
Good day, Nigerians. Electricity has always been a major concern for Nigerians, from households to businesses. Today, we hit the streets to ask everyday Nigerians on a simple question: are you satisfied with the current electricity supply in your area?
I think there is a little improvement in terms of distribution, but the tariff, I'm not happy with the tariff. There is an increase in tariff. It's not about where I live. Everybody feels it because, I mean, whatever you put in, before a day or two, it goes up. So, yeah, it's not satisfactory. So they need to review the tariff, you know, to a government that feels for the people. People should enjoy something from the government. Almost all the things that are controlled by the state is on the increase. Think about electricity, think about fuel supply, water supply. It's not fair. An average Nigerian deserves a bit of fresh air, you know, so they can start it with reducing the tariff. For once, let's feel a reduction in tariff.
I'm not satisfied at all. The tariff is very, very high. Like 4 units for 1,000 naira is too much. It's too high. They should be giving us like 10 units for 1,000, please. It's too high. It's affecting me because I'm using industrial machine. I'm using a lot of electronics, so it's affecting me seriously. Sometimes you will collect a customer clothes that will charge the person like 10,000 naira. The light that you buy to sew the clothes is even more than the money that you charge the customer, so it's too high. Please, they should do something about it. They should do something about it. Even if they should increase the units. That 4 units for 1,000 naira is too much. It's too much.
Please, oh, not fully satisfied, but it's the better. It's very, very better. I'm from the village, and we are getting it better now. At least when we have full light, and there's no day we don't have it. So I'm very happy now that something is very, very fine. Please, very fine. I mean very fine. Before, it used to affect me because I may not have, the main thing I have is the fridge and the phone. So at times I'll put something inside the fridge, it will spoil. But now it's no more like that. When I put, if there's no light in the morning, it will be in the night. Then my phone now is always available. Yes, there's a big change. They are doing better. Please, myself and other people around me will confirm. Because it's a village that know the most thing that is happening.
There should be a constant interaction, one-on-one interaction, with stakeholder. There should be a kind of maybe monthly, I get me, or quarterly. The electricity distribution should convene a stakeholder meeting so that we can sit down and interact to know the way forward. Because the way things are, almost our earning is going into electricity.
They provide light very well, but the price is kind of high. But their light is, at least in a 24-hour space, we can have light for 20 hours. So the light is very stable. But it's just the amount, the tariff that is high.
There is a significant improvement in supply, I must confess. Yes, there is remarkable improvement. I can acknowledge that. But where the problem lies is most transformers are overloaded. And when it drops, when some phase fails, the response is not rapid. It's always very, very sluggish. Then in terms of tariff, government should try to subsidize electricity for the citizens. If this economy will thrive, 200 and something naira per, what is that, kilowatts or whatever, is so outrageous in the current economy. Many Nigerians are poor.
It's necessarily affecting us. Everybody is not comfortable. The business is affecting, livelihood is affecting because, when there's light, when there's electricity available, a lot of it takes shape. But when those things are not there, a lot of things will begin to dwindle, and many persons live with the service of electricity. There are things you may not even use your generator to operate with. There are things you might use electricity to get into doing. But when those things are not there, it affects everybody. Even the consumers and the producers. It affects the whole structure of the society. So if those who are operating the electricity system in our society will now begin to understand that they are serving people and the people know what they are doing, we are interested, we want to use these things for our daily well-being, then things will begin to flow very well.
Personally, I'm not satisfied in any way because, you see, sometimes it will take some time before they will bring the light. Sometimes they will bring it in a epileptic way, yet they still collect their money. They don't miss to collect their money. So for me, I'm not satisfied. I think they have to do some kind of reforms in their ministry or whatever I should call it. Understand? Because it's not the consumers that will come and do whatever that is necessary to be done. It's the power authority. They are the people that will have to do something to improve the supply. But people are not getting the regular supply needed. but they collect money on regular basis.
We have constant light, but the tariff is actually expensive. And I don't know about other people that could not or cannot afford tariff, how they are actually managing. They should like reduce it a little. The amount for buying unit of light, they should like bring it down a little. Though I'm impressed with the amount of light we are getting currently, but it's too expensive, to be honest.
From Lagos to Enugu, Nigerians share their thoughts on the state of electricity today. Whether it's consistent power or consistent outrage, one thing is clear: electricity remains a top concern. We want to hear from you. Comment below, let us know your experience. Chinaza Ifeanyi, Aneke TV.
Hello and welcome to Aneke TV. We are right here in Enugu getting the reaction of residents to a major national development. The Court of Appeal in Abuja has affirmed an earlier judgment stopping the Directorate of Road Traffic Services, popularly known as Vehicle Inspection Office, from stopping, impounding or fining motorists on the road. What do people in Enugu think about this ruling? Let's hear from them.
The judgment is fair. It's okay because each time you carry your vehicle and come out, the VIO will disturb you and start collecting necessary money and tell you to park, and it's not fair. You know, it's not good. I think the judgment is fair. It's good. I like the judgment they passed anyway.
It's a welcome development. If it's going to be possible, if they will adhere to that, it will be fine, because most times you see them on the road harassing people, having issues with keke people. Some people will refuse to move over and all that. So whenever such a thing occurs, normally it causes chaos on the road. A lot of hold up. By the time they will settle the whole thing, just a few days ago, I think they had issue at New Market also, where I was involved in a keke rider, and so at the end of the day, keke people ended up fighting and everything. So if they will adhere to the court order, it's very good. So at least to curb the menace on the road.
All I know is for these VIO people, to them to charge you is when your particulars is not complete. When you don't have your particulars, you have any fault for your keke, they will substitute you for charge. But when your particulars is free, you don't have anything to do with them. They will not stop you. They will not say anything bad for you. The thing is good though, because keke people, we are rider, we are very scared of them. Anywhere we see them, we just they run, they find street where we go dodge ourselves, because they're charging us big money. Understand? So we don't need, as they see them for the road, we know they're happy. Anytime where I see them, I know they happy, because I don't have any. If you have any issue with them, your own are sorry, because they will disgrace you. They do all such of thing.
The judgment is okay to an extent, because restricting them from or stopping them from collecting money anyhow is normal thing on the road, because you'll find out that after asking us for our papers, some will go ahead collect money behind. But if all of us will endeavor to have our papers, if they will be able to check our papers, know that these people, your papers are okay, now it's okay with me. You understand? Like police, if police check your paper and it is okay, let them leave you. Not after checking your paper, they will start telling you you're not. Your sign. Whereas the car they are carrying doesn't even have those things they require from you. Some of the cars they carry doesn't even have a wiper. They doesn't even have that brake light they require from you. So it's somehow not good for us, the motorists, because it is our daily bread that we come out to fetch for. And in as much as we are coming this place every day, we ply that road every day, you should also know that these cars are not stolen. These cars are not stolen. At least you check cars when there is an emergency or call for something like that. So I think that if the government want to maybe regulate or curtail the excesses of this VIO, they should do it for us. But what the VIO in question is a normal thing on the road. But maybe the hanky-panky they are working might not be well.
Nigeria is so corrupt that even our elected leaders disobey the court rule. How do you think they can stop it? I'm even surprised. Commissioner of Police will give order to the police, and in the next 24 hours, you see policemen violating the order given by their senior officer. Where are we heading to? We have corrupt politicians, so we are lawless. So what again? They can go on collecting it despite the order. Now who is policing them? Nobody. So where are we? The poor masses are in danger. We have no rule of law. We say we are in democracy, but there is nothing like a rule of law. Our leaders does not respect the rule of law. Why? And what did they want the poor masses to do? The VIO, they are collecting bribe on the road, quite all right. But nobody can checkmate them. So the government are equally corrupt. Why?
The judgment is unfair because we know they are disturbing people. If you're driving on the road, somebody will just come out of the signal and stop you. And when they stop you, they start collecting money. Say you should park. Some start beating people unnecessarily. So they should take caution. People should caution them. As court says, it is good to stop them. Dragging people unnecessarily. But let they put statistics measure on the road signs, so that people driving cars will know where to stop, where to drive, where to not park. The road signals, let them make that so that everybody will know his own right and left.
Thanks for staying with us on Aneke TV here in Enugu. What's your opinion on the court judgment? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more street reactions and updates. See you next time. I am Sharon Uche, Aneke TV. Hello and welcome to Aneke TV. Today we are on the streets of Enugu to get public reaction to a statement making headlines worldwide. Former British Prime Minister Boris Johnson has said he feels safe in Nigeria, a surprising contrast to the negative reports he had read before visiting the country. We are asking Nigerians what they think about this remark.
It depends on how you look at it. He himself, there's nothing hidden. What is good is good. Nothing can be hidden under the sun, because what's happening in Nigeria today, I think everybody is aware. So you don't need to tell anybody. Whatever he says, let him believe in what he believes.
He's talking based on his own perspective anyway. I should not say that Nigeria is not safe. Some part of Nigeria is not safe, while some parts are safe. Like what is going on now, based on banditry, kidnapping, insurgency, some parts of Nigeria are affected, while some parts are not affected. So the British Prime Minister is talking based on his own understanding, or based on his own perspective anyway. But as for me, Nigeria is safe.
To be practical, based on things that are going on in the country, we all can see, both the news, both all around, even the insecurity. People can't travel freely. You can already see that the statement is invalid because the insecurity is very much pronounced, and we can all see that things are not safe in Nigeria, and Nigeria is not exactly to be called a safe place. Although we can still see that in some ways Nigeria is safe, but not in all the aspects.
I don't think that's true because almost every day actually, if you go online, there's always one bad news or another, regarding insecurity. So I don't think that's the reality, saying that Nigeria is safe at this period. There's news of kidnapping, armed robbery, a lot's going on. So these days you don't even stay out late. Like once it's 7, 8, you're already thinking of going home before something happens. So I don't think that's the truth.
No, he just is speaking from his own perspective. Are you hearing me? Because he's not living in Nigeria. He just came into Nigeria and was maybe from what he was presented with. That's how he's judging the situation. So when you want to get the clear picture of what is happening, he has to come to Nigeria and stay for some time. Then he cannot be able to say whether we are safe or not.
He said Nigeria is safe. I think that's his own opinion because you cannot be at the top and then you know what's happening to people down. Okay, that's talking about the masses. You know what I mean? We ply the roads and then we move from one state to another, and so we see everything that is happening. You know, the country is so insecure right now. You can hardly even go from Enugu to Nsukka, you know, without even having to bother about you being abducted on the way, you know, and then all of us know that the ransom these guys are calling when one is abducted is over the top, is so exorbitant. So personally, I have a lot of things to do in Nsukka, you know, but I can't even go because I'm not sure of getting to my destination or where I'm going to and then or coming back. The statement is not correct, it's not true. That's his own opinion. Of course, he came to Nigeria and then they took him around with security, you know, so those guys will not, he's not the target of those guys, okay? Those guys doing those things target people like us, you know, the masses, yeah. So Nigeria is not safe.
That is the height of injustice in the whole world, because that is something anybody cannot say. At that particular position she occupies, she cannot come to Nigeria, which has been bastardized by all standards, and say such a thing, because Nigeria is in a mess in all ramifications. So it is very unfortunate if he actually has said that, because anything can happen in this country. Nobody knows whether actually that statement was made, but if it was actually made, it is unheard of. At that position she's occupying in the society.
Wow, that Nigeria is safe. Well, I don't know what the Prime Minister that visited Nigeria travel with. I don't know, maybe he visited Nigeria by flight and dropped at Aso Rock and went back to UK. Because if the Prime Minister visited Nigeria and, you know, travel with motor along the road, I don't know if the Prime Minister will say exactly what he said. So, Nigeria is not safe at all.
Thank you for joining us on this edition of Aneke TV. Do you agree with Boris Johnson? How safe do you feel in Nigeria? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more street opinions and trending updates. See you in the next episode. I am Sharon Uche, Aneke TV.
The federal government has launched a major drive to recruit thousands of new police officers and security personnel across Nigeria. We are here on the street to ask Nigerians if they would consider applying.
It's personally, I won't advise somebody to apply or not to apply. The truth is this: if government involved in this recruitment can be sincere to themselves, we can go in. But sometimes people will tell you that let's go to hunt. At the end of the day, they call you, see your leg is out of this thing. So that's the problem. If they are sincere to themselves, people will come and help. But at the end of the day, you see when they recruit you, they got the back and fire. So that's the way I see it. Well, I'm old enough to involve myself in such a thing now. But the young ones, I want to involve themselves. Let them do that. But let the government be sincere to themselves. Give them backup. No backup. Not when you give somebody salt to go and say you draw rent to beat that person. It's not good.
Police. For what? I like my life. Me where they could cost police people now, maybe they come they cost me too. No is the answer, please. I don't find it honorable enough to serve this country in that capacity. Policemen they are not as valued as they are in other countries. So why lay down your life for a country that does not care about you as a citizen first? Obuluze police. It doesn't make sense to me. There are places where, there are countries where if you open up mass recruitment, they will flock to join. But ask some other person, 1 out of 100 people will not even join. And even if they do join, they are joining because of lack of jobs, just something to be doing for the meantime before they get something better. Because police in Nigeria is not a noble profession.
Some people may say, I love to be a soldier. But for me, even if a soldier to marry a soldier, I don't like it. Police and all of them is what? The same thing. And they're not uniform people. That is, I don't like anything uniform. I don't know why.
Yes, I will. To protect my country and also to serve as a youth.
With the new mass recruitment, I would consider applying, but if the condition for applying is that I'll be sent to fight the war, I don't think I would. Not in the sense that I wouldn't, with the right training, I wouldn't be able to do the job, but I'm an only child. So I consider the fate of others, my mother especially, before any decision I make. If in the future, when peace has been achieved, if there comes an opportunity that comes up for me to be in any law enforcement agency, then fine and good, we'll do it. But for now, the instability would not help me, would not allow me to do that.
As Nigerians steps up efforts to tackle insecurity, the public's interest in joining the police and security forces seems mixed. I am Chinaza Ifeanyi, reporting for Aneke TV.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to Sports Wrap this morning. It's the one only Sports Oracle, and I'm here to give you the live update on what's happening in the world of sports. Doing this with me this morning is our very own guy, my man, and I want you to guess who the person is. I don't know if you know the person, or have you ever seen the person anywhere, but I'm doing this with Bege DML, the Barca, Barcelona man, whatever he says he is, that's who he is. Bege, good morning, how are you doing?
Good morning, sir.
Okay. All right, so what do you think about what's happening in the world of sports now since it's festive season? What has really been going on, happening, especially in the you are a Barca fan, so I'm seeing you wearing Spotify already. So you go from your camp from your losing to listening to music.
This festive period has really been entertaining. I'm very proud of my team last night. On Saturday we had a great win.
Okay.
We actually were struggling after our defeat against Madrid in their Clasico, but we've managed to go from 5 points behind to 4 points ahead of them. So it's been great, and it's always nice to see Madrid struggling. And we also have to go around in the Premier League. There have been awesome fixtures like yesterday against Manchester United versus Bournemouth.
Okay.
It was a 8-goal thriller.
Oh.
Where both teams shared 4 points.
Okay.
And as a Barca fan, I honestly don't like to see
what
fans
we are happy people. Whatever we think we are is what we are.
Yes, sir.
Because of that match, Manchester United scored with Bournemouth. The Cherries had an 8-goal thriller yesterday. It was the match of the season, I would say, because there has not been such a match this season in the Premier League or in basically in the Premier League. It was a tooth for tat. Manchester United opened the scoring sheet. While the match was going on, we're going to get to that match side. But I wanted us to talk about more on the AFCON preparations. So far in the news, players have started arriving at the camp. They have started arriving at the Egypt camp before we now move to Morocco. Because by 14th of by 14th of December, the camp was opened in Egypt. So currently we have the Super Eagles camp updates happening, and players like Mwabali has arrived. Players like Francis Uzoho, players like Fisayo Dele Bashiru has arrived. These players. Okay, first of all, let's go back to something very interesting about the AFCON fixtures. AFCON 28-man list that Erichele provided the other day. Talking about Nigerian sports, and as a Nigerian who has seen football as something very, very interesting. What do you think about the list? Have you seen the list? Okay, let me show us the list. Every time I bring up the list so that we can see what Nigeria has been like so far in this last season. Okay, now looking at the list, of course, you will see that there has been a lot of changes, especially in the check. The list will be displayed on the screen. But looking at the list now, we have the midfielders, we have the strikers, and we have the defense. Then we have the goalkeepers. Who do you think would have made the list that were not really selected? People on the list. Boniface was not on the list. Boniface was not on the list, and I don't know why Boniface was on the list. The list is going to be shown on the screen so that you see what it is like. Boniface was not selected. Ola Aina was not selected. But who do you think in the Nigerian Super Eagles team? Who do you think should not always miss this list so far in football?
To be very honest, I'm extremely surprised to find out that Ola Aina was not selected, because he's someone that's like a very, 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 very reliable left back. Honestly speaking, he's one of the best even in the Premier League. I think he stands as one of the best African left backs in the Premier League. So it comes to me as a shock
that he was not selected.
Boniface, on the other hand, he has been inconsistent, so I could understand his...
Since he went to Werder Bremen,
yes,
he has been, he's transferred to AC Milan field.
Yes.
He's transferred to AC Milan field. Yes. Then he had to move to another side, Werder Bremen. And from Werder Bremen, ever since he went to Werder Bremen, he has been one of the content creators on X. He has been creating a lot of content on X. Yes, but we have not seen him so far, and I don't know what you think about that, Boniface.
What I actually know is he has been having like serious injury problems, so I think that could have made things the way they are, because when a player recovers from injury, you know how difficult it is for the player. So injuries play a key role to a player's career. Injuries made Ronaldo Delima the original Ronaldo.
Yes, yes. The original. Why are you saying the original Ronaldo?
The original Ronaldo now, because.
So the Cristiano Ronaldo is the fake Ronaldo. What do you mean? Is it because of the? Is it because of that you are? Oh God.
It's not because I'm a Barca fan. It's
so because of what?
It's just because he's the original Ronaldo.
What do you mean that he's the original? Okay, Ronaldo Nazario. Yes. Okay, Ronaldo Nazario is the original Ronaldo.
Yes.
So continue.
So injuries like cut his career short. He had like a problem with his knees. He had a problem with his knees that like it stopped him from being one of the greatest players ever.
Okay.
Understand? So players like Messi and Ronaldo, they were lucky. They were lucky not to like suffer. They were lucky not to suffer like some injury, like major injury problems. You understand? Because if they had, it would definitely had affected their career so bad.
Okay. All right. Just keep sporting and keep watching us while we go on this short break. When we come back, we have a lot on sports to bring your way. Stay tuned. Don't touch that screen. See you.
As families across the country prepare for the festive season, many are holding on to traditions that make Christmas special, from cooking together to church activities and family gatherings. These customs continue to bring people closer despite economic challenges. We hit the streets to find out which traditions Nigerians are determined to keep this year.
Tradition, Christmas is a celebration of the birth of Jesus Christ. It's ceremonial because the event has already happened. So just very ceremonial acknowledgement of the birth of the Messiah. Okay, there is the getting together of the family. We see it as a time of holidays. Usually, apart from the traditional communal mass return in the community, because it's communal, and where I come from, Nnewi for instance, we see it as a time of coming together, a time of relaxation, a time of meeting people who probably for the past years you've not seen for a long time.
The Christmas tradition is, as a Christian, we all believe that Christ is born on 25th. The remembrance of his birth is on the 25th of every December. And bearing that in mind, you have to go home, reunite the family, then get prepared for the expected year to come.
That's masquerade. Masquerade is very, 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 very fantastic and memorable. It's fun. I can't miss it. It's just once in a year.
This is the only time you see your family members together in a year. And it's just on that December time, which is 25th of December. So I would like to see my family again, because in January, after last year, I didn't see them, so I may like to see them. That is why I'm just so happy about the Christmas, so that I will see my family together again.
In our community, we have what we call Christmas program. We do it every year. They will also mix me, but I don't have any option to travel based on the financial aspect.
There's no particular thing we normally do on Christmas, but since childhood, I find it very, very convenient spending my Christmas at home from childhood. You understand? So it has been a tradition, spending it. Because in Christmas, that's the time you meet your friends, your colleagues, your brothers, your sisters that have traveled and then they came back. You stay together. You discuss about the family. So missing it, I feel something will miss in me.
No, outside the normal celebration of cooking rice, chicken, and the rest.
In my family, or in our family, we used to do end of the year party and a New Year celebration party. So I have to be one of attends. Possibly I'm on the first issue in my family, so possibly I have to be around. If not, it will not be held. So I may like to travel.
Sure, we used to celebrate, cook, visit our relations and all that.
There is no Christmas tradition, it's only New Year festival, which this Christmas I'm going to spend it in Enugu, then New Year I'll go for that festival in my village.
So there is no particular Christmas tradition me and my family do observe. We rather do it during New Year period.
Those were the thoughts of some Nigerians on the traditions that make Christmas meaningful for them. As the celebrations draw near, many say these customs help strengthen family bonds and keep the spirit of the season alive. I am Sharon Uchi, Aneke TV.
All right, welcome back. Still on the sports show with the Sports Oracle and with my guest here, Bege DML. We were talking about the real Ronaldo and the fake Ronaldo. Anyway, he's the one that created the two separate entities. Me, I just know that we have just two Ronaldos who have impacted their generation in the football. We have the Ronaldo of Brazil, and we have the Cristiano Ronaldo of Portugal. And these two men have done a lot of things for their club and country, and it makes a lot of sense too from what we are seeing. Now, moving on from that, we have the news that Eric Chelle, the Super Eagles head coach, has appointed a new captain after William Trust Ekong retired from international football. William Trust Ekong has been a sensation from 2023, where he won the player of the tournament and he scored 3 goals. He has actually been a sensation, but lately we're seeing that the man, the Super Eagles head coach, has appointed a new captain for the team, and the captain will be reviewed just a few days to the first match that we have against Tanzania. The captain will be reviewed. We already know who the captain is, and that's why I'm telling you this morning that the captain is. Guess who the captain is? Guess who the captain is?
I think it should be someone with some top-notch experience.
What do you think we should expect when a team like Nigeria is choosing a captain? What are the qualities that makes one a captain?
A captain should be a leader.
Okay,
someone that
like Bruno Fernandes. But continue.
A captain should be a leader. For example, like someone like Lionel Messi for the Argentina squad. You see how he carries his team. Everybody can clearly see that he carried the Argentina squad to victory in the World Cup. So a captain should be a leader, someone that can lead by example, someone that can like take his team to the greater heights, like to a point where everybody is motivated. You understand? That's the quality of a captain. So a captain, why Nigerian choosing a captain definitely should be someone that has experience. Someone that has experience and has experience in the best leagues in the world. You understand? So that's if you are to talk about a captain, you should talk about someone that has experience globally in the best leagues in the world. So that's why I believe that the closest person to that should be like someone like Wilfred Ndidi or what's his name?
We can have Wilfred Ndidi. We can have Alex Iwobi. We can have Calvin Bassey. Even Calvin Bassey is really coming up in his club at Fulham. Calvin Bassey is doing well currently because he has been the man at the back of Fulham's defense. Now, talking about this captain, we have Wilfred Ndidi, who has been selected to captain the Super Eagles in the AFCON. And he had people like Alex Iwobi and the other man backing him up. Then we also have the number 9, our Nigeria's number 9, Victor Osimhen, being the 3rd vice captain. And looking at the team of Nigeria, what do you think will come out of this in AFCON?
Oh, if it comes to talent, I know that Nigeria has like one of the best squads in fact in the world. Like it's wild to say, but we actually have talents, because if you actually think about how these squad players, how they play in like in their foreign teams like abroad, you see that they play exceptionally well. Starting from Ademola Lookman to Osimhen to Wilfred Ndidi to Alex Iwobi to Stanley Nwabali. So these players, they play exceptionally well in their foreign teams. So I believe that's why I said someone like a good captain is a leader. So a good captain that can bring out the very best
of the team.
Yes, of the team. So definitely can lead Nigeria to AFCON glory.
Yes, he can lead Nigeria to AFCON glory. And looking at the captain, Ndidi has been doing well from his days in Leicester City, where he moved to. Currently, he's playing for the Besiktas team, where he has been selected as the captain. And it's an honor for a team or for a club to have its players representing their country in matches that are being played. And personally, I feel Ndidi would have not been selected But it was when I saw it was Ndidi that was selected, I was now pleased because I was looking up to the team. I was looking up to Richelle to make a decision that to get someone who is matured, someone who can, play the game. I've seen Ndidi calming a lot of calming the players down in situations where there are tensions, where there could be fights, where there could be issues. I've seen him calming the players down, trying to carry them along, to trying to, it's going to be a great ride for Nigeria's Super Eagles team when they face each of the team, because having this also will boost his confidence in his performance both in club and country. That would make so much sense that at the end of the day he has something to bring to the table. He did not just started playing the Super Eagles today. He has been playing the Super Eagles way back, and his growth so far has shown that he has something to offer to the people of Super Eagles. Now, moving on from that, we have the AFCON. AFCON is setting up already. The matches, the draws. You know that AFCON is starting on 21st of December. I'm sure you are getting prepared to, stream or watch one or two of the matches. Yesterday, I told you that the cameras in the stadium, there have been some improvements in the cameras that will be used for AFCON 2025 in Morocco. And I told you yesterday that there has been it seems as though the AFCON team has brought good luck to the people of Morocco, that they now have snow. This is the version of the story in the Bible, Elijah and Elisha's story. Sorry, Elijah's story, where he told them there will be no rain or dew for 3 years. And looking at it, AFCON, they came and there was snow and everywhere. Snow, you can melt it and do whatever you want to do with it. Now, looking on your screen, we have the program for AFCON. We have the matches already set up to take its place. We have Morocco opening the game. They are opening the game with Comoros. Then we have the next day we have Mali opening their own game with Zambia. Zambia is going to play against Mali. Then we have our own Nigeria Super Eagles will play against Tanzania. Tanzania, that will be an evening match. Yes, an evening match. Okay, yeah, it's actually a mid-morning match, but I don't know. This is Africa. A lot can happen. Teams can come up with their time, and time zones too are a problem. You can have a problem in the time zone, and you can say it's not Europe, but what if we have a problem in the time zone and the time shift? So maybe this is a prophecy or whatever it is. So we have Mali by 2:30 playing Zambia. Then we have the fourth match of the tournament, Algeria playing South Sudan. Then we have Egypt playing on the same day. Okay, we have three matches that will come on by the 22nd of December. We have Egypt playing against Zimbabwe. Egypt side, Mo Salah side, and all this. Egypt as a team has had some successes, adding to the fact that Mo Salah has been at the top of his game in Liverpool. But some people tell me that he has not been doing well, or he has not been catching up with it with the football playmaking and all that. So what do you think about Egypt's playmaking? Who do you think Egypt would be? Are they going to let their people go or are they going to hold on to their people? What do you think about Egypt in this tournament?
Egypt is is a nation that has had major success in AFCON.
Okay.
So and they have good players like Mo Salah.
Mo Salah, yeah.
They have what's his name? Mamouche.
Yes, Mamouche from Man City. Yes, so they have Mamouche.
These are like players that when it comes to like pushing attack forward, they are very, very deadly.
They are very deadly, bro.
We can see what Mo Salah did last season. You can see what Mamouche did last season.
So what
numbers were not so incredible.
But that's what you're saying, is that they're going to play well this season.
Yes,
they are going to play
they have a point to make.
Okay, they have a point to make. We're moving on. We are seeing that on the same day Nigeria we have Tunisia playing Uganda. We have Senegal playing Botswana. Then we have RD Congo playing Benin Republic. Then on the 24th of December, we have Algeria playing South Sudan. We have Burkina Faso playing Equatorial Guinea. We have Cote d'Ivoire playing Mozambique. Then we have Cameroon playing Gabon. When you look at the Cameroon team, that's where you see Mbeumo and yes, Mbeumo is from Cameroon. Then you see Mbeumo, then you see Ahmad too playing in the same. What do you think about these two guys? For instance, we're still going to talk about Manchester United, the match yesterday, and I'm going to show you what happened in the match. But let's just looking at this. Nigeria has match again on 27th of December with Tunisia. But this match is not going to be easy. Nigeria Tunisia on 27th of December. You know Tunisia, these people are playing well, yes. And they have the likes of Akraf Hakimi, yeah, right? Who do they have? They have the likes of Begedia now that will play in Tunisia. They have the likes of Ibrahimi. They have the likes of Ibrahimi. They have the likes of Dujagiti. Those guys are they are amazing in their football. And I've watched the team of Tunisia play, and looking at their team play too. Tunisia won the game. They were almost coming to a runners-up in the match they had in the AFCON that was just concluded. You know, they are always coming up with something, so they are trying to catch up with something. But let's move on from that. We have Senegal playing RD Congo, Benin Republic against Botswana. Then we have Gabon playing Mozambique. Then we have Angola, Egypt. We have a lot of matches in this, but we are so, because this is Super Eagles, so, and this is we are in the green, the land is green, so we have to focus on our own team. Uganda on 30th of December we play against Uganda, and that from there we now know where or how we are going to move. But grading Nigeria, what do you think will be their overall performance in this? What are we expecting from the team?
Like I said earlier, Nigeria, we have the talents to be able to progress to even win the tournament.
Okay.
We have the players, we have the talents, we have a coach, and we have like a solid leader, an experienced leader, as a captain.
Okay.
So it's very possible for us to go in and win the tournament. So I don't expect anything less from our nation. I believe we have stars that are able to like bring us to AFCON glory.
Okay, we have stars that can bring us to AFCON glory. Moving on from that, we had yesterday the Nigerian Professional Football League. We had the matches that came across that yesterday. I told you that Nigerian Professional Football League with the guest Kelechi that we had yesterday, being Rangers football international player with the midfield maestro. He said something that when you win away, that means you have a good result. When you draw away, you have a fair result. But he doesn't expect many of this playmaking or many of these teams to win their away matches, because from what he said, he explained that football is all about, especially in the Nigerian Professional Football League, adding to the fact that this is my home, this is where I have been training, and this is where I used to do whatever I used to do. So I don't think you come to my house and win me. Not like the English Football League, where you have a lot of teams playing, trying to score, trying to win their away matches. In Nigerian Professional Football League, it doesn't happen like that often. Then yesterday we had Wiki Tourist losing to Rivers United. We had Wiki Tourist losing to Rivers United. Well, and we had the Nasarawa United playing a draw game with Ikorodu City. Nasarawa United played draw game, a draw game with Ikorodu City. These two games, I was expecting more from the game, because Kelechi told me that Nasarawa United will win, and I was expecting more. What do you think about Nigerian Professional Football League? What do you think about the match that they had yesterday? How do you think, which team do you think would have done better? Looking at the stats and everything that we had, you see, Ikorodu City, they were at home. Nasarawa United visited. So looking at the Nigerian Professional Football League, what are the things that have stirred you up to believe that we can do something or we can be compared to the players in Europe?
Talking about Nigeria Professional League, which the government still have to do a lot.
Yes, of course.
That's what I know. Like, and
yes.
For it has to be up to a standard for so many people to be able to watch it.
Yes.
Like the stadiums.
Yes.
And I went to I was opportunity to go to TBS, that's Teslim Balogo Stadium in Lagos.
You saw the stadium?
Yes. The atmosphere was wonderful, but I will tell you, the quality of the pitch was not. The quality of the stands was not. So there are so many things we have to
fix
do as a nation,
right?
We can get to like European standards.
Yes, of course. All right. There are many things we can do to ensure that we come back to the best of ourselves in football and sports. We are moving on from that, and we're going to talk a lot about the European Professional League, the English League, the Spanish League, and some of those leagues. We saw yesterday that Manchester United over the night. It was not a midnight match. It was just a night match. They had a draw game yesterday with Bournemouth, and Bournemouth was actually away. But from that match and from the criticisms that has come from the match, you will see that the game was really a battle from the beginning. But looking at the team, looking at Manchester United currently, we realized something yesterday night about the team. The way they played yesterday, it looks like Manchester United played more in the defensive. In the defensive, they played a 4 men instead of 3 men. From what I was seeing, then they played something like 4-4-2, because you always see the link up with Bruno and Cunha. Most of the touches Bruno had came from Cunha. Okay, most of the touches these guys had. So both of them, they were sharing. They were just pulling up their game and doing everything they could do to ensure that they come out from the match. So even Cunha yesterday had to register on the score sheet. Cunha yesterday registered on the score sheet after many matches. In fact, after playing a goalless, attempting to score yesterday in the game. What do you think about that game yesterday?
The game was like, it was a wonderful game. Like, even me as
a football fan
does not love Manchester United at all.
You don't love good things, bro. So that means you don't love tomato. That means you have a problem with tomato.
No, it's not that. Like, I don't just like
Manchester United.
So for a football fan, I was really entertained. For Manchester leading 1-0, then Bournemouth equalized and they took the lead.
Okay.
Manchester came back, Bournemouth 2. Then Manchester took the lead, then Bournemouth had the late equalizer. So it was an entertaining game from start to finish.
It was an entertaining game. The problem for me in that match was how will Man U score, and we are having to Bournemouth had to equalize. Now, I'm not even talking about the match. Looking at the tactics, you are seeing that there was a change, or a lot of changes in tactics. There was a tactical change that kept on coming on and coming on and coming on, because you always notice that, okay, look at the match. We're talking about this guy. We're talking about these two guys linking up. We're talking about Bruno and Cunha linking up yesterday. Both of them linked up very well. That any attempt Bruno made to score was a pass given from Cunha. And Bruno Fernandes played a deeper role with Casemiro, who registered himself on the score sheet too. So making the game, both of them had to, the game had to be a more balanced place from Bournemouth. And the match had its rises and its falls yesterday. At a point, Manchester United was playing. At a point, Liverpool, sorry, why am I calling Liverpool? At a point, Bournemouth was playing, was pushing the attack too. So both of them had their own share, and you could see that from the there were many events in the. You see the free kick that Bruno Fernandes. Did you see the free kick that Bruno Fernandes scored?
Yes.
What do you think about that free kick that Bruno? No, as somebody who is against Manchester United, what do you think about the free kick that the person you're against scored? Can you already start the good things that guy has done?
No, I can't. Like, I'm someone that definitely I don't like Manchester United. But I will be very honest. Bruno Fernandes is one of the best midfielders in the world. That's
Okay.
facts.
No, yeah.
So I was not so surprised by the free kick, because this is something that should be expected from one of the best midfielders in the world. So he just had to step up, and he did.
You always know that Bruno Fernandes will do something. Bruno Fernandes will always make. Do you think making him a captain now is not because he's a crybaby? Because many people don't see football from the lens of football. They see football from the lens of handball. They see football from the hands of throwing. They are playing handball. That's what they think that is football. But when you see football and see good football, let's talk about Manchester United playmaking. I will prepare you today. Let's talk about how they were able to manage the game, manage the emotions. Okay, let's talk about Bournemouth too. How they were able to manage the game, manage the emotions, and also equalize. We were able to equalize because at some point someone was leading. Manchester United was leading in the first half by 2-1. Second half, Bournemouth scored 2, and it became 3-2, and Manchester United equalized and scored 4-3. Then Bournemouth equalized and scored 4-4. And looking at that same match, you see that there were lots of saves that came from that match. Senne Lammens, the Manchester United goalkeeper, had to make 2 important saves at the end of the match to drive away the 3 points Bournemouth would have had, and that's just not all. But talking about this game, you see that game was football. That's what we expect to have when we are playing football. What do you think about that? Pepe.
Like I said, I was not happy that Manchester United had the points to go home. But I love the game. The game was really,
awesome.
Really entertaining.
It was entertaining. From start to finish, it was entertaining.
Senne Lammens, he made 2 important saves
that
would have made Manchester United lose the game. But we will not disregard what Bournemouth did. They came out and they came out to play football.
Yes.
They came out to play football, and we can see our Ghanaian brother Semenyo. Semenyo is someone that loves to play football, and I believe that if he goes to a bigger club, he will ball out.
Yesterday Ruben Amorim was asked before the match, some hours before the match, what he thinks about Semenyo. So you know what Ruben Amorim said that shocked me? He dodged the question, because Semenyo is a kind of Ruben Amorim player that plays in Ruben Amorim's type of system. So looking at Semenyo, you will see that he actually has something to offer. What really surprised me in that match was the way he scored. That goal he should not have scored that goal. And now let's talk about the faults in the match. Manchester United defense was awful because the midfield always were entertaining the dribbles and everything. So when you come to the defense, 2 of the goals that were scored, one of the goals that was scored from the from a position, from free kick, the other goals were scored from just a tap-in or an organization or a through ball that they played, and the guy had to run. Looking at Manchester United and their defense, I think I have a little problem there, because of course it don't concern you, because you are like, what is this person talking about? Because it's Manchester United. So all you want me to talk about is Baka. I will not talk about Baka. I will talk about the team I know. So looking at the team game yesterday, it became the Premier League most this season so far the game that has held a lot of ground, that has that is that entertaining, and I really love football. What if I won't ask you, because you say you wanted Bournemouth to win, you always want Bournemouth to score the last winning goal, but what if it was Manchester United that won?
If it was Manchester United that won, it's fair now, because they deserve the victory.
Okay.
Whatever way, they deserve the victory because they had their chances.
Yes,
And
yes.
They should have won the game. If they had a better defense, they definitely would have won the game.
Yes, of course. We definitely would have won the game. And congratulations to Manchester United for sharing that point, because Cherries, these guys used to win Manchester United. They used to win. They used to score goals. That match, any match between Manchester United and Bournemouth used to be a go system, clash match. And we are going to see what the season holds for Manchester United. All right, we are going on a short break right now. Remember, we are still on the sports wrap for today, and it is your one and only sports oracle doing this with Bigger DML. When we come back, we will have more on the sports scenario and the things that has happened so far, even yesterday. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Yesterday we had some criticisms about the matches across the Spanish La Liga, where the head coach of the Real Madrid, Xabi Alonso, where he has been criticized, and there are things that are surrounding his game and his playmaking right now, making it to be a problem, making it to be that the man is under pressure to give up or to give in. Whatever it is, I don't know what you think about that. I don't really know what you think about. Then Rashford, Barcelona, and Barcelona also finding their feet back after they lost to Real Madrid. This guy is a Barca fan, yes. So what do you? That your boy, young Will, I mean, Yamal. What's his problem?
I don't know what to say about Lamine Yamal except the fact that he's exceptional. People can say what they want to say about him.
Okay, let me ask you, do you think Lamine Yamal will ever amount to anything? To anything? Yeah, no, not anything in life. He has amounted to anything in life. Do you think he will amount to anything in the world of football? And as young as he is, that he will have the same rounds of victory like Cristiano and Lionel Messi?
Okay, I think he's not under much pressure.
He is. He is under pressure. Why is he frying hair?
Well, my point is he has like achieved so much at his young age.
What has he achieved?
First of all, he won the Euros tournament at the age of 16.
At the age of 16.
Yes. Scoring a goal against a team that had Mbappe in it.
Okay.
Understand? He made it to the final of the UEFA Nations League. That I really don't think.
That Cristiano Ronaldo had to, because he was talking.
It's not.
That boy talks a lot.
He talks and he performs. If there is a problem, maybe he talks too much and he does not perform.
Okay.
Those are two different things.
Yes, but what do you think about Rashford and coming into the Barca team, and Rashford as a La Liga person from Premier League, from Manchester United Academy?
Okay. Funny enough, as someone that does not like Manchester United.
Stop! Just stop. Red flag. Red flag. You go home now.
I don't like Manchester United a lot. I loved Rashford. I just honestly loved Rashford.
So that means you have been somewhere wishing that Rashford comes to Barca, and that's what he's doing now. What do you think about his whole gameplay at Barcelona?
I think he has not gotten to the level we want. Yes, because the player that we looked up to, he has not gotten to that point yet. But I think now he's becoming more of a playmaker You understand? That's why most of the time now he like try to like sends in a crossing. Like he has more assists than goals. Than when he was in Manchester United, he was more of like an attacking player. Now he tries to send in the cross and.
Okay, can we talk about?
Magnificent.
Can we just talk about this before we wrap up the show? Xabi Alonso's Madrid's team. What do they have now, or can this team, can Mbappe have what he came to Madrid to get? Can he get what he came to Madrid to get?
Yeah, of course. I think what he came to Madrid to get is the obviously the Champions League.
Champions League,
and
Ballon d'Or. But do you think he will get the Ballon d'Or with the way he's playing?
With this season, of course he can get it.
He can.
Definitely, I don't want him to get it.
You don't want him. Yes. Who do you want to get it? Your goalkeeper. You want your goalkeeper. You want to
like my player now.
Wait, excuse me. Who do you want? Your Lamine Yamal should win what? Ballon d'Or.
Yes, but
they will just close it. How will?
No, I know that it's not possible at the moment because I cannot deny the fact that Mbappe has been out of this world.
Yes, he scored. He doesn't score the normal goals. He scored good goals that you will think about it. Yes. Looking at the game, you will think about it. All right, here we call it a day, we call it a morning, and we call it a time of our lives, Kainebi. And it's your one and only Sports Oracle, bringing you the best of sports and the sports gist all around the globe. We're going to do this tomorrow, and I did this today with Begedi. Begedi, thank you very much for coming to our show. Thank you. Yes. So we are going to be here again tomorrow to have the show happening live on Aneke TV, happening live on this great station. Stay tuned and don't go nowhere. Just be part of what is going to happen to you in the world of sport. Remember, AFCON is coming by December 21st, and today the Super Eagles have their testing match against the Pharaohs of Egypt. We can say they are Pharaohs of Egypt, but then these are the people they are playing today. They are going to show what they have or how much they have prepared for the AFCON. I want you to go and see the match, and the time will be shown to you later on in the day. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for being with us on the sports show. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
The Insight with Uche Osai.
Having the political will to confront whatever is the challenges.
Igbo man wrestles with
the tortoise that had a lot of ingenuity, a lot of ideas, and the tireless.
It will take the broad mind of government in power to say, let there be electoral reform, no matter whose house is God.
I was there. We did everything. All of us came and supported him with our last blood.
In-depth analysis, expert views, real voices, uncover the stories shaping Nigeria today. Deep dive, honest, unfiltered, only on The Insight with Uche Osai on Aneke TV. Join us.
From the tiniest cells to the farthest galaxies, life holds secrets we are only beginning to uncover. Why are we here? What connects us all? What unseen forces shape our destiny? Join Professor Jude Odenta as he explores